Welcome back everyone to the last video of Behind the Cover. I hope you enjoyed it so far. Today we're gonna look at the video editing process and then also the uploading, which is going to be the final part. So I hope you're as excited as me. So like, not at all. And yeah, let's do this. I personally use Pinnacle Studio 18.5 for my video editing, which is not great. It's really not great, but I just like torturing myself, I guess. So now it's time to edit the video. As you can see, we have the files over here. This one is the playback video. This is the bass only. This is the song with the actual bass. And this is the tab. Now the tab, I actually screen capture my screen with OBS. You can use whatever, but I just like OBS. You can also use like ShadowPlay or Fraps or just whatever, as long as it doesn't have like the logo on it. So yeah, I screen share Go Playalong for the tabs, as you can see. So then we put everything in this project. Now this is my template as always. I have the title, like the tuning, and just Patreon, and the here's the title, the little countdown. Let's see, this is the outro. Then we insert the video, and let's see, the bass, the master track, and the tabs. Now everything wants to render right away. I won't allow the software to actually render, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to sync up the song as soon as possible, because you don't want to wait too long. I know that the bass is over here, because this is the heavy part, so I'll just delete this and then drag this over here. So I've had to sync up everything, but as you can see, the tabs should be synced up with the audio now. That looks fine to me. What I then do, because the video is just going to render, so I will put on the tab effect right away, which is my own little thing. There we go. So it becomes the overlay. So as you can see, there are some little gaps here, and we're going to fill that up by doing this, which is, I like to call it a lift, but I just move up the video just by a little bit and crop it also on the top and the bottom. And then the tab overlay actually has a nice kind of like ground where you put it on, but it doesn't have to be like this. It's just, I prefer it this way, because then we can actually do this. So we make a cut here in the video, and then we zoom in quite a bit, and then we look at the crop. So then we put a marker here, like a keyframing. So this stays on 3. 2 frames later, we put it on 18. And then over here, another keyframe. And then here, it goes back to 3. So this gives us that title over there, like the black space. And it gently slides out into view, well, out of view. The title of the song is That's Alright. I always add a blur so that everything stands out a little bit more. Whoops. Usually I have the request here, by the way, like a request for a song, but nobody requested this song, so, and I was too lazy to make one myself. So just imagine your own request right here. We also have the tuning, and this song is definitely not drop A, so we make it capo first fret. There we go. Let's just say that I forgot to make the click track. And by click track, I don't mean a constant click track for the entire song, but I mean right here, as we all know, we have that hi-hat sound. So it's like tss, 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 and then the song starts. But I didn't make it. And the reason why is I currently don't have any drum plugins. I'd have to buy one. So just imagine that we have the little click track here. So the rendering is done, and now we look at the end of the video. So it's one big open note, but we don't want to let it go on for too long. So let's see. That's fine. We just cut this off, and then we do a fade out. Now the entire song has to load again, which sucks, but we can add the outro now, which is the classic outro for the YouTube ending screens, which is very nice. This usually takes the longest. I mean, just lots of waiting and waiting. So in the meantime, what I typically do is I go to my tabs. So here we are, here's the tab. While the video is rendering, I would just be looking at the tab and preparing it for downloads like PDF and the actual guitar profile. So for the PDFs, I typically try to make it as small as possible. So for example, over here, these are 4 bars of the same. So I would delete 3 of those, and then I would just do a little repeat symbol 4 times. And that would save you like maybe a piece of paper. There's also this button over here, which is the design mode, which is quite useful for making the tab look just a little bit nicer, or when you feel like the tab has too many bars, you can just remove a bar, or you want to have 1 bar. That's all very nice. It's a great feature from Guitar Pro. So the video has rendered. So what we do now is we check the tab if it's not glitching. And by glitching, I mean sometimes the yellow marker will just glitch, and then it will be very weird in the video. So we look at every single note that is being played. I like to do this by just slowly dragging. So there were no glitches, we locked out, and then we just double check everything. How's the sound? That's nice. And then we export it. Now this is very, very important. So what we have here is all these options for export settings. Now this is kind of like a personal choice as well. I like to just go with this one. I do custom, so 50p, which is the same as what my camera shoots in. My peak bitrate is 52, and this should always be progressive. Well, not always, but for me, again, this is the best one. So full HD. Then we just pick a name. So let's just name it. That's all right. And then we export it. So the video is done, as you can see. We click on the actual file just to check if it's good. So let's see. There we go, the title is right. Let's check if the audio is right as well. That's all perfect. So now we upload the video. So we go to YouTube, we go select file. No, we don't actually have to select files. We can just drop it in here. The thumbnail, yeah, okay, so for the thumbnail, we actually pick, let's see, where is it? It's right here. So we drop the actual video in here. We cut off most of the video, so we just have this part with the actual title. And then we just make a screenshot. So then we go to the thumbnail, which should be in here. There we go, that's all right. So that's most of the infos done. Then over here, I'd usually, you know, do my little anyway, ... And visibility. We will schedule this for... I'm not going to show you my schedule, but let's just say that this would be like, I don't know, the 10th of October. And I always schedule it for 7 p.m. my time. So what we then do is we close Pinnacle, my editing software. So then we look for the video just one more time. Oh, it's right here. Let's see, October the 10th. Is it on 7 p.m? It is for 7 p.m. Always double check everything, triple check if you can. Multi-check if you like, but double check everything. So the last thing we need to do is we click on editor. And then we zoom in a little bit. We go to the ending. What I then do is I import from the latest video, which is the 2 big boxes for videos. And then I look for the transition from black to ending screen, which is right here. Then we make these ones a little bit bigger. And there we go. That is the entire process for uploading and editing. So there you go. That was the entire process behind a single video of mine. I hope you've learned some things. I hope that I hopefully answered a lot of questions. I hope you realize that it isn't just record and upload. There's a lot more to it. It's quite a tedious process. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's everything covered, really covered. Also, on the topic of questions, I feel like we need some more Q&As, or at least one Q&A, because the previous 2 got lost. And I think the channel is kind of like Q&A-less. So I think we really need some more Q&As. So let me know if you would like a Q&A. I think I've said the word Q&A like 400 times in the last 2 minutes. But yeah, do let me know. I'd love to do a Q&A. Thank you all for watching. Not just this video, but whatever video on my channel you've watched, thanks for that. Thank you all my patrons very much for the support. And yeah, feel free to like or subscribe or whatever. You don't have to. So, goodbye.